I used to feel very awkward on the drums until I learned a few simple techniques to play way more comfortably. It's helped my students double their speed and play 10 times more confidently. So in this video, I'll show you the 2 techniques that help me finally feel like I could play all around the drums creatively. How you can use them to feel 100 times more comfortable playing around the entire drum set. But how do you do all that? Well, we're going to be talking about 2 main techniques. The first is, if you haven't been practicing this, you need to start getting it into your routine. And that's not wrist or open closed or molar, but rather boop, French grip, finger strokes. Now that's step 1 of 2 to these techniques. Getting comfortable with your French grip finger strokes involves learning how to get the stick to bounce straight up and down from your fingers. So you actually want to extend your fingers. Of course, French grip is thumb up and the fingers are below. Your hand is kind of to the side, right? It's like I'm shaking someone's hand. But then you actually can extend your fingers, kind of like imagine you got a sock puppet going on, and put your fingers out here. If it's close to your hand, well, it actually kind of, your palm kind of gets in the way. So we come out a little bit and then you do this away from your palm. And by the way, I made a practice planner you can use to stay focused, and you can just plug these techniques and exercises right in to get way more confident on the drums. I'll put a link below to grab that, and let's keep moving. One thing that's really important is you make sure to not move your wrist too much. You can feel that it's gonna kind of wrench, and you could run into some strain if you do a lot of that. So a little is okay, but it's actually more of this rotation motion. That's a little hint of what we're gonna be doing later. But as well as doing this rotation, another hinge you can engage is getting the elbow and arm moving as well. So you can get large strokes by combining the finger and the arm if you want. And then as you get smaller, you move the motion lower and lower, smaller muscle groups. So it's just the fingers like that. Now this is so essential to especially playing outside of this zone. It's going to be way more comfortable to just go over here, French grip, over here, French grip, then rotate my whole body and kind of play from German grip or American over here. That means the first thing is you want to learn the when to do these techniques. That involves making sure that you're just taking the time to explore what it feels like to move around. If I'm going to go over here, does it make sense to bring my whole arm behind my body to play like this? Not so much. Maybe a little rotation is cool, but you might not have time. So turning over and doing French grip is going to be something that once you experiment with it becomes way more natural than going over with your whole arm like this to play full-on American or German. So we come over, we rotate, thumb is up, and then if I have no rebound, like a floor tom that you can't see behind the ride cymbal, I'm keeping my fingers close against the palm and doing a wrist rotation, radius ulnar rotation in order to execute that. Looks like that. I wouldn't really use that in front of me. It's a little probably uncontrolled to do it that way versus the American grip wrist strokes. So I'd use it more on the right. I'd use it on the ride. Typically on the ride, though, I've got rebound, so I'm going to start to open up my fingers. Whether it's rotation, arm, or finger strokes. And then let's say the rack tom, honestly, both are comfortable, and it just depends on how I'm moving around. So we're getting to that in a minute. But the snare drum being so close, the French grip's a little awkward, especially for the radius ulnar rotation. But I might be doing both for over here, okay? Step 1 is learn the when. Step 2 is make it automatic. So you need to do this so much, exploring the drum set and feeling how it might move to play a fill with French grip. See that? So flicking over with the radius ulnar with the French grip. So that's a when, but it's experimentation to find that when. After that, you gotta do it so much that it's automatic. So right now, French grip on the ride, but the when is really important here because if I'm gonna play on the bell, then French grip is really weird because of the angle of that ride bell that the stick goes off diagonal, and that means French grip just feels way out of control. Instead, I'm gonna switch from French grip back to American and use wrist strokes if I'm gonna do the ride. So you gotta explore what it's like to play here, and then I might rotate to American if I know I'm gonna start doing some action involving the bell. Something like this. So French, American for like open close doubles. American again. Might do some like miniaturized molar whips to get like a dynamic shape and slope to this where it's quiet, loud, or you know, like bow, bell. And I'm doing that motion. All from like an American grip kind of thing. It won't work from French. I mean, you can do it, it's just gonna feel really weird and out of control. So my rule of thumb, and you have to find this for you and your body and your hands, is if I want a bunch of repeated strokes, then I'm going to play French grip. Because that lets me play a lot of strokes in a row quickly, small dynamics, quiet dynamics, with a lot of repetition, the small muscle groups. But if I want to play some doubles, quick and comfortable, open closed. So I'm back to American grip. Like that. Same for the bell. And then I'm doing a little bit of the whip kind of puppety kind of thing. And you can see how I'm just going between the two as I play different patterns. Then we got that. Step 2 is making it automatic. Step 3 is going to be experimenting with quickly change between these groups. So that's how you're going to get comfortable moving around the entire drum set. Like not just, oh, I'm here in this position. Let me switch. After a little while, let me switch over here. How do you quickly move between those things? Now there's the simple stuff like playing American over here, bop, bop, boom, flicking, back to playing a beat. But you can get way faster than that and way more interesting and get your chops and fills leveled up. And that's doing this. So I'm flicking over, radius on a rotation, and then quickly rotating back to play the snare drum. The first exercise you should practice with this is like right, kick, kick, left, kick, kick kind of stuff. And then sweep it. The important thing with this sweep is I'm very quickly, immediately after hitting the floor tom, moving over. I'm not like waiting. Over here, pausing, come over here, hit. I'm immediately hit and move. Hit and move. So we have right, kick, kick. Check this out. Still doing the sweep. Now, to be honest, for me, like do my left hand on that floor tom, doing a sweep, it's weird. If I had a tom on my left, I would practice this. And in fact, with my symmetrical kit, I occasionally will do, like, I'm good with that. But that's weird for my left hand. So I'm honestly skipping that kind of thing. Next, though, is not just sweeping and finding out the best way to sweep. Like over here, American grip. But also, you know, sometimes playing a fill, going into like a French grip kind of thing. But for a sweep, at least for this position of this drum right here to the snare drum, something else. Now, ride cymbal, crashes, etc. Sounds really good if you do it both hands together. So it's both right and you sweep that right. Both right, kick, kick. 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 Now we're not done. We're adding more of this. So just practice this sweeping around. Right, 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 right. Both right, rather. Do 4, 4 on the ride. 4 on the floor tom. Just rotate that. And then, like I said, we're not done. The next step is we're going to keep extending this pattern. Again, work on that a whole lot before you move to new patterns, but we're going to add 2 more left hands before the kick. So it's going to be both right, left, left, kick, kick. Both right, left, left, kick, kick. You sweep the right. Next pattern to practice. We're still not done because now we gotta like fit this into a measure. It's a 6-note pattern, but if we're playing in 16th notes, we only have 16 notes to deal with. So 6 times 2 is 12. We still have 4 notes left over. We'll just do both right, left, left. You've got your 16 notes. This is just the start, and I have a little bit more for you. But both right, left, left, kick, kick. Both right, left, left, kick, kick. Both right, left, left. 1. Right, a little faster. So you can mix and match groupings like the 6-note, both right, left, left, kick, kick, but we can get a little bit more fancy and fun if we actually start subtracting from what we're doing. We're going to be subtracting from here. We're only going to be doing this much. And it's a 5-note grouping. We got to fit that in. So both right, left, left, kick. If you take the flam out, it's this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we're going to add the left to it and accent that note. Now, if you're going to be doing that, it's only 5 notes. So if we're going to write 5 equals that, but we got to get to 16 notes. So you're going to do 5 plus 5 plus 5. That equals 15. So we have to add 1 more. Now, we've got a couple different options that make this fun. You can think of the 5 plus 1 as 6. So you could do this one twice, and then you could do both right, left, left, kick, kick. So add 1 more kick for the 6-note pattern for this one. So 1, 2, and then the last one there. So 5, 5, 6. Now, if you're doing this, the tricky thing is got 2 kicks at the end. So I have a better way for you after, but this is a good one to practice. It's going to fit into 4/4 time. We have both right, left, left, kick, both right, left, left, kick, both right, left, left, kick, kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4. One more time. Both right, left, left. So it fits, but the 3 kicks, it makes it hard. You know, it can be done, but it's not easy. And honestly, I wouldn't even try to do it on a gig. So instead, we might want to like start with a 6. So, and then you can do 2 at the end, but you can add that last one is on the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. But what if we did 1 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5? So we put 1 note at the beginning, then we start our 5-note grouping with the accent and the symbol. 1 grouping, 5, 5, 5, 1, 2. So all you got to do is add a kick. So we have the 5s. All we got to do is add a 1 over here. Just do your kick drum. So you're going to start with this kick and then play the 5 grouping 3 times. Boom. You've got a full measure of fill. I mean, you don't really want to play this much on a gig. So don't do this and come back to me and say, I got fired from my gig, Dimitri. Like, I told you so. Like, this is practice so that you're ready for whatever comes up. Phrasing wise, not do this when you're playing a show. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the E, that's where the accent goes with your hands, but the kick is first. And so now in a group context, playing a full measure of fill like that, like here we go. Here we go. Here's the... So the final step to this is making sure that you can get this confident and comfortable, like in a setting where you're just flowing into it, coming right back out. So it's going to change depending on where you put like those different groupings of 5s, 1, 6, etc. And you can mix and match them to get 8, 16, 32, 24 if you want to do triplets, all sorts of different things. For example, if you do 5, 5, 5, 5, 4, you've got a measure of 16th note triplets because there's 24 16th note triplets in a measure. So getting comfortable with these types of stickings, plugging in different stickings is going to get you to the point where you don't need to think about where you are in the measure. You're just hearing the music and your hands are doing these groupings and you're going to find your way back to the 1. Therefore, jumping right into this without being truly in control and confident with your kick and hand doubles. So slide technique, open close technique. You can see I'm getting that in there. If you're not practicing those techniques as well, then you're going to really kind of stumble over this. It's not going to get clean. Watch this video where I'll show you exactly how to get this open-close technique step by step so you can get your doubles truly clean and wicked fast.